All right, so taking a look at the Ulanzi cell phone selfie stick with remote, the MA09 model, and pretty simple. I did actually take this out and checked out some of the things about it previously, but pretty simple. Really seems pretty effective. Has all of your instructions if you need them to basically figure out how to use the device. How to set up the Bluetooth connection, which that is right here and pops out, so you can have it in here, and you have this as a nice handle. You can kind of control where things are at if you need to. And unfortunately, while this looks like it would be good for a GoPro, you can connect a GoPro to it, but it's a little bit strange, and this screw is actually too long, because if you remove these pieces so you can pop your GoPro in here, you got to use this nut with standard GoPro thread. But it does have this phone holder, and you can rotate that, and I'll just show you here with a cell phone. Fits in here pretty well. It's just one of the kind of spring-loaded ones that you just kind of push your phone into, but holds it pretty well, and holds it at the whatever angle you want it at, so that's fine. It does have the ability to have a tripod mount, so if you have a mount for a GoPro that fits on here, that would work well with a GoPro. But it is designed basically for cell phones. So you've got the extendable stick. This is all aluminum. The top pieces and the bottom pieces are all plastic, but the part that extends does seem to hold together pretty well because of that aluminum. Getting this bottom open is a little bit tricky at first. It's getting easier as I'm using it, but it does have grippy rubber feet here on the bottom, so when you put it down, it starts to hold at a pretty good position. But because it's got these stabilizing bars in here, it does seem to be pretty stable, and at all of the heights, even holding it as a selfie stick fully extended, it seems like it's pretty reasonable in the amount of flex that it has. So I'm sure it'll get a little more flex over time. There are just small plastic pieces here that allow everything to slide through a little bit better. But yeah, everything seems to work pretty well on this. Seems to be a good product here, and seems like it's pretty functional.
This is the Ulanzi Selfie stick. Here is the box it comes in. Here's the charging cable for the remote and the instructions. This is not a bad selfie stick, but it does have a couple of issues. One of them is, this is where you would mount your phone, is in here, and it'll hold the phone well. This part doesn't really clamp down very solid. I could really try to twist it as hard as I can. You can see there's still movement here. So it didn't really clamp down that solidly. This is the panning handle. Here's the remote, and it just pops out if you want to use it remotely. The only problem I had with this is I did fully charge it, and sometimes it would work and sometimes it wouldn't. So I don't know if I just got a defective remote or what the situation was, but I just couldn't get it to work all the time. And then this is how you turn it into I guess a quad pod. The other issue I had with this is it'll go pretty far up. I can't get it all in the camera frame here, but it really extends a long way, as you could see. And the big issue is that it wobbles. If you're that high up and you can't do any panning or anything with it, it'll just start to wobble. If you're outside, if it's windy, it'll probably cause some motion. So it's not a real stable pod, especially not for outdoor. As far as holding it as a selfie stick, I think it'll work fine for that. But like I said, there are a couple issues, so I really couldn't recommend this.
Looks like I can also maybe put my GoPro on here. It's not even fully extended. Looks to be fairly sturdy with the 4 legs compared to others that I've tried out. You press down here to extend it some more. So it just keeps coming up and up and up. That's a little tight, very, very tight in there. I think this is a good height. That's all I need. It's compatible with iPhone and Android for the remote, which is here. Take that out right there. Here's the remote. There's a nice little sleeve for it here. Nice little home that I live in. Then there's a charging cable that came in the box here. And the tripod itself came in this language, which is also in Chinese, it looks like. So far, I'm gonna say it's fairly good. I'm gonna say it got tension. Trying to do it with one hand here. Selfie stick. I think this is a good purchase.
Honest review, not really a fan. So it's kind of challenging to pop it open, right? So it's like to get the little legs to come out. You have to really, I don't know. I just feel like I'm gonna break it and then I won't have anything. Other than that, it looks sturdy. But I am returning it because I don't like how it doesn't just pop open. I did end up buying another one that just pops open and it's a lot easier. And then how do you stick it back up? I don't know, but, oh, there you go. But, yeah, it's not that easy to pop open. Like, what if I just want it, I have to extend the whole thing. And even then, I have to really crank it open. Not a fan. Anyways, I will be returning it.
Y así lo puedes tener, pa.